Ladies and gentlemen, from the Paramount here in Huntington, New York, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you by Joe DeGuardia's Star Boxing. Sponsored by Modell Sporting Goods. Gotta go to Moe's. WBAB 102.3, Long Island's #1 rock station. Camelot Limousine, the Inn at Fox Hollow, Anti-3, and Power Play. Your three judges scoring this contest from ringside: John McKay, Ron McNair, and Kevin Morgan. At the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, Pat Sullivan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the junior welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears the black with silver trim. He weighed in at an even 136 pounds. His professional record: 3 victories against 2 defeats. He has 1 win coming by way of knockout. From the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Seifullah "Siksa" Wise. Wise. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He wears red and black. He weighed in at a ready 135.2 pounds. His professional record: 7 victories against only 1 defeat. He has 1 win coming by way of knockout. Hailing from right here in Huntington, New York, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Johnny the Hitman Hernandez. Hernandez.
All right, fighters, you've been given your instructions in the dressing room, okay? Rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. Respect the sport, respect the rules, and most of all, guys, show respect for each other. Touch gloves, come out boxing at the bell.
Referee Pat Sullivan gives them their final instructions. In New York, as they do in just about every other state, they give those instructions in the dressing room. That's just it's something that they do just for a little bit of show and to remind the guys certain things that they've talked about in the dressing room. Here we go, round number 1, scheduled for 8. Junior welterweights, Johnny Hernandez in the red trunks against Seifullah Wise in the black trunks, the southpaw. Now, Seifullah Wise comes from Philadelphia. He claims that he won the Philadelphia Golden Gloves from 2006 to 2011. That's 6 consecutive years. We could not confirm that or not, but he told us those 6 straight years he was a Golden Gloves champion. I think as we watch him in action, we'll know just what a good fighter he is or is not. 57-7 amateur record he claims. Now, Johnny Hernandez, who stands 5'6", about an inch shorter than Seifullah Wise, he had a 17-4 amateur record. Both guys, though, in excellent shape, and you see what I call those beach bodies.
Yeah, I mean, this was you back in the day, Randy. No doubt about it. This was you. But don't worry, you still look great. Yeah, both fighters in great shape. Hernandez has won his last 3 fights, all by unanimous decision. Feeling out first round, as you may expect. This one scheduled for 8.
Johnny Hernandez with that 7-1 record. Only time he lost, it was a majority decision. That was back in June 2015 against Angel Suarez right here in the Paramount. And I asked Johnny later, what did you do wrong? He said, I just didn't let my hands go enough. And since that time, as you say, he's won 3 consecutive fights, all on decision. He said he's ready for his first 8-rounder tonight. Now, Johnny has been known to put on a lot of pressure. I think tonight you're going to see him doing a lot more in and out, using a lot of hand speed, which he does have. He has the shorter arms, but he's got very quick hands. He can be very rough on the inside, very tough. He loves banging away. But from the outside, I think you're going to see him try to outthink Seifullah Wise, get close, and then mix it up like he's trying to do there. But Seifullah Wise very smartly ties him up. Pat Sullivan breaks him up.
Wise has been very patient so far in this opening round, sort of feeling him out.
It's almost like a fencing duel to Seifullah Wise. He's just holding that right jab out there, keeping his distance, Gets into a corner, holds him tight. Referee breaks him up. Referee tells Johnny Hernandez, watch the head when you come up. Final 20 seconds, opening round.
Wise is very quick. You can tell he's a quick puncher. Gets a warning from the ref to keep it up. Final seconds of the opening round.
10 seconds ago at the 5-second mark, you'll hear that tap on the ring. And there it is. Put round 1 in the books. Johnny Hernandez, Seifullah Wise.
Hernandez.
And in round number 1, Johnny Hernandez was putting some pressure on, and here he drives a right hand to the body, and then Seifullah Wise ducks underneath.
Yeah, Hernandez was the aggressor for the most part, as Wise was basically playing a game of cat and mouse, and he was the mouse. But Hernandez, the aggressor, landed some shots, didn't seem to hurt Wise. Pretty much an opening round, like you would expect, a feeling out round, but a round that I would give to Hernandez.
And I sense some round 1 jitters there. Both guys a little bit tight. There's his trainer, Dominic, longtime trainer, Dominic, from the Academy of Boxing, Frankie G's Academy of Boxing. Randy G, along with Jamie Stewart here at the Paramount in Huntington, Long Island, New York.
There was a big ovation when Hernandez came out right around the block from Huntington himself, looking to put on a show tonight. Then, of course, the main event in a little while, Anthony Carperis headlining his first main event.
Nice left hand by Johnny Dez. Tries to mix it up in close, and he gets grabbed on by Seifullah Wise, and they maul each other to the ropes. Pat Sullivan breaks him up and tells them both, watch that holding, but watch that grabbing in close. Remember, whenever you have a southpaw against a right-hander, their lead feet are touching each other. You're going to see the feet stepping all over each other, and they are very likely to be banging heads. A couple of quick jabs by Wise, which fall short.
Wise is looking a little more aggressive here in round 2.
But those hooks you saw are what I call basically safety hooks. You throw them hoping that the guy is almost walking in, catches them. A couple of nice body digs with the right hand by Dez. Well, you heard Dez catch that shot on his glove, and that was a slap.
Nice combination by Dez right there, scoring some points against Wise.
Johnny Dez really starting to break out in the sweat now, and in that ring, it's about 90 degrees or so under those TV lights. But yet, I don't see any real sweat on Wise.
He's a pretty calm guy. As we said before the fight we spoke to him, very relaxed. I don't know if he's too relaxed. Oh, he caught the hitman right there with a short right.
Johnny Dez does a lot of sparring with Anthony Carperis, tonight's main event fighter, one of the two. The two of them have been pals for years.
You hear the fans yelling for Hernandez to let it fly, let your hands fly.
Many times Johnny Dez comes diving in, and he gets a little too close. He falls right on top of Wise, who then smartly holds on to him. Just like that, he bulled in, but he had his hands free and was able to bang away. Look at that body work by Johnny Dez. Might not have been really the most effective, but they were scoring, and the judges are watching that. Final seconds, round number 2. And they both walk back to the corner very deliberately, slowly, both looking great shape. And in round number 2, you see Johnny Dez putting on a lot of pressure.
Yeah, he did. He was aggressive in some key moments there. Backed Wise up a couple times. I don't think Wise has been as aggressive as he should be so far. But Hernandez landing some
Ladies and
punches.
gentlemen, don't forget to download the Star Boxing app. And don't forget, October 14th is the next fight right here at the Paramount. 10% off tonight, only from the box office. Go get those tickets.
Off balance in close. He's getting a little bit over anxious as he's in close. Take a look at that. Is that the picture of cool, calm, and collected in this hot arena?
He looks like he's ready to go to a backyard barbecue. But he needs to start getting amped up a little bit. It's time for round 3.
Now, I've got Johnny Dez winning the first 2 rounds. Not overwhelmingly.
So do I. 10-9.
It's just that Wise is not doing all that much. He's doing a lot of the clinching whenever he gets on the ropes. When Johnny Dez tries to mix it up, and he does land a lot of those body shots. That's what Wise has to do. Stay in the middle of the ring, use those combinations and fast hands. See, that's a safety first jab. He just pokes it out and then backs up with a keep away jab. Now he backs to the ropes. Johnny Dez tries to come and mix it up, and every time they get close, Wise ties him up.
Yeah, Wise looks like he's trying to maybe still figure Dez out, figure out his game plan of how to attack him.
Basically every clinch being initiated by Wise. See, they're getting close. As soon as they get close, he reaches out and grabs on to Johnny Dez. And now Pat Sullivan smartly says, you know, watch the holding.
Yeah, held him on the
and
back.
Again. There comes a point in a fight when a guy just keeps clinching like that. Every time they fall into a clinch, the referee has to say something, really take charge and say, listen, I've been telling you about this holding. I tell you one more time, I'm going to take a point.
Hernandez
and again.
Hernandez smiled the last time he held him.
See, Johnny's trying to keep his hands free. And Wise knows it, too, because he didn't hold on there. He did his best to basically escape. And now he's holding on. He's got the left arm.
Wise is a little unorthodox.
Nice body shot. That was a chest shot. And let me tell you, that takes the air out of you. Another chest shot with the right hand by Johnny Dez and gets held one more time.
We talk about how calm the demeanor is of Wise, but he needs to do something offensively.
And again, Wise claimed to both Jamie and myself in the dressing room earlier that he won the Philadelphia Golden Gloves in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. 6 consecutive years. Looks to me like referee Pat Sullivan, a veteran in there, is getting a little bit every time that he has to break them up. He keeps looking at Wise with a little bit of disgust on his face. Like, very soon, I think Pat Sullivan might say something. About 10 seconds remain in round number 3.
I think Hernandez is getting more and more confident.
End of round 3 with Seifullah Wise in the black doing a lot of holding in there.
Yeah. Got to give this round to Hernandez as well. Wise tried a little bit, but not enough.
And here comes Johnny Dez. This has basically been Johnny Dez most of the fight, getting in close and getting held onto, as Seifullah Wise just can't figure out Johnny Dez on the inside.
Now, it is a scheduled 8-round fight, so you can say Wise is sort of game planning a little bit, but
And he still looks calm. Doesn't look winded to me. It's just that he can't figure out how to muster any kind of real offense against the very aggressive Johnny Dez.
And Dez looked very, very confident at the end of that round.
And Dez starts it off with a hard left hand to the face and a right hand. And Seifullah Wise back against the ropes and falls into a clinch again. And you wonder who's going to get more frustrated first, Johnny Dez all the holding that's being done to him or the referee watching it.
Well, someone woke Wise up a little bit because he's come out extremely aggressive all of a sudden here.
And now it's Johnny Dez holding on. A little rough stuff going on, and Pat Sullivan has to warn them both.
Yeah, he gave both a talking to. Nice shot by Dez.
Nice right hand to the body by Dez. Wise with his back to the rope, pot shots with the left hand. Remember, Wise's best punch is that straight left hand. Takes a couple of left hooks upstairs, right hand to the body. Johnny Dez swims and bangs away inside. Seifullah Wise ties him up again. That is his answer to every assault from Johnny Dez. Basically the jab and grab.
Oh yeah, when you're in trouble, hold on.
And that Wise goes to right-hander, and he's jabbing with the right hand, then holds on, pounds away with the right hand. The free right hand, pushed aside, stays as a right-hander.
But this has been a much more aggressive Wise in this round than we've seen so far.
Now Wise back to the southpaw position, flicks out the right jab again and again. Johnny Dez comes in, lands the right hand. The crowd explodes. Remember, Johnny Dez is their man. Anything he lands that resembles a hard shot, the crowd's going to go crazy.
Dez doesn't appear to be hurt at any time so far during this fight. He's finally showing some life offensively as they both
very physical fight. Pat Sullivan says, come on, listen to me. Johnny Dez spins him on the ropes. Right hand to the head by Johnny Dez. And again, Seifullah Wise falls into a clinch.
Yeah, Dez is trying to be the aggressor, and Wise continues to clutch as soon as he's in trouble. Wise has quick hands. The turnaround there as the referee has to once again get in there.
Now there is Pat Sullivan saying, come on, enough with the holding. A clinch is a tactical, a defensive tactical maneuver, but this is clutching, constant clutching and grabbing. And I guarantee you, Pat Sullivan will take points if we continue to go round after round with the holding on.
And did you see at the end of the round, Hernandez basically stuck his tongue out to his fans in the crowd, basically saying, I've got this. I've got it 4 rounds to none.
It's
Hernandez.
Hard to give any round to Seifullah Wise, fighting very defensively and holding on. Take a look at some of that action from round number 4, Jamie.
Yeah, Wise started out more aggressive than he had been, but Hernandez countered and pushed Wise back into the corner and basically was popping off shots. Hernandez has an answer for everything Wise has done, which hasn't been much.
I would actually tell Hernandez in the corner, you know what, stop crowding him. When you crowd him, he's grabbing you. Don't give him that extra inch. Stay back a little bit. Keep your hands free and turn this into a shootout.
Well, I think Wise actually looks a little tired for the first time in the fight.
Yes, he does. Seifullah Wise is being sent to a neutral corner, and timeout is called by Pat Sullivan. Seifullah Wise in the black trunks, 3 wins, 2 losses, no draws. He's got 1 knockout in those 3 wins. Johnny Dez in his 7 wins has but 1 knockout. He basically paints his way, just touching his guy over and over again with 2 fast hands, big body puncher, and he's trying those body shots tonight. There's a pot shot by the southpaw Wise, again with the left hand, and again with the left hand, and gets out of the way of a left hook by Johnny Dez. Better round for Wise so far, popping and moving.
He's got quick hands when he uses them.
As we approach the 1 minute gone in round number 5 round. This is so far the best round for Seifullah Wise. Now it's not, as Johnny Dez assaults him And there's that room that I told you about. He can't get too close. Got to give himself a little bit of room, but as he gets close, Seifullah Wise wraps him up.
Clearly, that's Wise's MO. Like I said, when in trouble, grab and live to see another day.
And if I'm in the other corner, I tell Seifullah Wise, either keep it long distance or get really close to him and keep doing what you're doing. Wrap him up. The referee's not doing anything. He keeps warning you. Johnny Dez with a 1-2, then gets wrapped up again. I'm telling you, at any point, do not be surprised if Pat Sullivan comes in and says, time, and takes a point.
Well, he just talked to him again.
And again around the waist with Seifullah Wise. That's about 3-4 clinches in the last minute. Final minute to go, round number 5.
The crowd getting behind Dez.
And again. Referee taking a long look at Wise. He's starting to really show it on his face that he's getting tired.
Yeah, I think the hitman, Johnny Hernandez, is taking the fight out of Wise.
You know, he could either stop and take a point, or he could say to him, if you don't start fighting, I am going to end this fight.
Wise got hit right there, and he held on to Hernandez's arm. Hernandez, as you see, he's clenched him again. Not a good round for Wise.
And the mouth now open of Seifullah Wise, biting on that mouthpiece, showing the mouthpiece, taking some deep breaths, left hook rocks him. Johnny Hernandez senses it, and look at Wise just hold on almost to the butt of Johnny Dez.
Yeah, I mean, he held his shorts. Wise is almost out of gas.
Final seconds, round number 5. Do not be surprised if there's nothing left for Seifullah Wise to see round number 6. Referee is staying in the corner of Seifullah Wise, taking a long look.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, download the Star Boxing app for all the latest news and information. And the next show, October 14th, you can get 10% off tonight only from the box office. October 14th, right back here at the Paramount.
He had no defense. All he could do was hold. And Dez seems like he's getting stronger. And Wise looks like he's defeated.
Spending much of his time with his back against the ropes, really getting pounded to the body, taking some headshots, and every once in a while landing a counter shot. But Seifullah Wise surprises us and is on his feet, but defeat is in his eyes now. And let's see, because referee Pat Sullivan just staring at Seifullah Wise here in round number 6. This is scheduled for 8. And now he says time. And there it is. He's taking points for holding.
You called it.
You know what certain referees are going to do, and I've been watching the face of Pat Sullivan almost shaking his head. Do not be surprised now if he does it again, and then after that disqualifies Seifullah Wise.
Well, he gave him about 7 warnings. And if Wise can't clutch and grab, I'm not sure what chance there is for him to actually last.
And that was a good move by Pat Sullivan. You can only give so many warnings. Otherwise, the fighter thinks, you know what, this guy's going to want me all night. I'll keep doing it. Nice body shots by Dez, and then he takes one in return, and then starts moving away, dancing, showing those legs. Coming in with a lead right hand, and they fall into a clinch. That was Johnny Dez who initiated that clinch.
Oh, look at him dancing now. He's feeling it.
He wants Wise to walk in after him on those tired legs.
I said it before, Wise is getting more tired and Dez seems to be getting stronger. It's a very good showing for Dez.
Johnny Dez takes a couple of body shots. First one didn't really affect him. The second kind of bent him over a little bit, didn't really hurt him. And he looks in fine shape.
And he did that gesture to the crowd again. He knows that he has this fight in control.
I just don't ever want to see a fighter of mine do that. You just never know. It takes one punch to open a cut, a passing elbow to cause a cut. If you have your guy in big trouble, get rid of him. Say goodnight.
I agree. But, you know, in the heat of the moment, adrenaline's pumping.
Wise doing his best not to hold on there. He's got the left arm of Hernandez wrapped up. Hernandez slips away, a couple of right hands to the body, left hand misses. Hernandez walks him down. Pounds away. No real clean shots, I assure you. If Johnny Diaz lands some clean shots and even wobbles him once, referee Pat Sullivan just may stop and takes a long look at Wise, who's still punching away. Johnny Diaz rushes and drives it right to the body.
He's holding again.
In comes Diaz. Body shot by Diaz.
Nice body shot. Hernandez is just stalking Wise.
I would still tell Johnny Diaz if I was in the corner, give yourself room. See, when you get in close like that, all Wise is going to do is hold on. Let's see. Time again. Another point. Another point. Next time is disqualification. That's 2 points off this round. Next one will be the DQ. Time.
Well, you called it. He was losing the fight, now he's losing points. But I think that's the only thing he can do to stay afloat here. Hernandez knows it, he's feeling good. Very good performance by Hernandez. Check out the replay, Randy.
Let's take a look at the action from round number 6. Johnny Diaz constantly coming in, pouring on the pressure, being held, and held some more by Seifullah Wise, who in that round lost 2 points for holding on 2 separate occasions, a point and another point. Next time, I'm telling you, it will be the DQ.
Well, you know, I don't think Hernandez really hit him flush with any amazing shot, but he has dominated this fight. He loves playing to the crowd.
And Seifullah Wise on his feet before the bell. Round number 7 scheduled for 8. Seifullah Wise in the black trunks has lost every round of this fight. I think anyway, last round he lost 10-7 because I would have had a 10-9 and he lost 2 more points.
One more deduction, like you said, and match is over.
All Pat Sullivan will do is call time and then wave the fight over. DQ. You don't see it that often, but these are, you know, these are my boys. These are my refs when I was commissioner, and I've seen them so many times in action. You just know a guy's facial expressions, basically what he's thinking.
Yeah, he's frustrated. I'm sure Dez isn't frustrated. He keeps playing to the crowd, Dez.
You know, when he breaks them up, he doesn't look at Dez. When he breaks them up, he looks at Seifullah Wise, who gets hit with an overhand right. Seifullah Wise with a left hand. Then again, falls into a clinch. They both clinch there. And Johnny Diaz gets the warning for the elbow. You know, you can't blame a guy, but you know what? There's no excuse for throwing an elbow.
Diaz trying to mount a little offense here. Got in a couple of shots.
Wise ducking under those shots, keeps those gloves by his cheek. Little peekaboo. Pot shot with the left hand, another pot shot, gets himself stuck in a corner, now holds on. Walks Johnny Diaz halfway across the ring. Pat Sullivan staring at Seifullah Wise. Seifullah covers up and then backs up.
It's been a better round for Wise, but...
Well, only because he's not holding.
Pretty much.
He has been throwing a few more shots. He's basically, I think, out of gas. That time he almost used a knee to the groin.
I saw that.
What Johnny has to do at this point now is force the action, because he's got to know that he's within seconds, one clinch away from this being over. Now I tell Johnny Diaz, pour the pressure on, get close to him, get held like that. Let's see what happens. Every clinch you have to wonder. Every clinch you have to wonder. 30 seconds, 7th round. 1 more to go. Again, another clinch.
Diaz is having fun in there. He's playing to the crowd. He's stalking Wise around the ring. He's picking his shots.
The corner of Johnny Dez is imploring him, get close, get close. They see it too. They know it too. If he gets close, he gets held over and over. 10 seconds. You're going to hear that rap on the ring. We are going to go to an 8th and final round. A fight where Johnny Dez has been basically not taken to school, but frustrated and taught a lesson about a guy who's going to hold him basically from the opening bell.
Yeah, you have to give it to Johnny Dez once again.
And let's take a look at some of that action, JD.
Well, you know, he basically was picking his shots the whole round. Dez didn't have much response, and Wise didn't have much response, excuse me, and Dez basically can do whatever he wants in the ring. I don't think Dez has been hurt once this entire fight. And he's landed on.
Right, has hardly even been hit with a solid shot. There was a chopping left hand, not much on it, just was a...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 8th and final round.
This has basically just been a real good workout for Johnny Dez.
That's exactly what it's been. Johnny Dez gave him a big hug. He respects what he's been through tonight because he knows the beating, basically, he's put on the body of Seifullah Wise. And Seifullah Wise comes out as a right-hander. Look at this. And as the aggressor. Let's see if he stays as the aggressor. Let's see if he stays as a right-hander. Pop, pop with the left jab goes the now right-hander. Seifullah Wise backs up. Back to southpaw. Now he's going to probably stay as a southpaw.
A nice left hook by Dez.
And another clinch by Seifullah Wise.
I'm very impressed with Johnny Hernandez. As he pounds his head, says, hit me again. He just looks in great shape. He's in great condition. He seems poised.
This really has been an 8-round sparring session for Johnny Hernandez in a 90-degree ring. He has shown tremendous stamina, but so has Seifullah Wise, because he has gotten basically what I call a leather shampoo, up and down, hit from the head on down.
Anytime Wise gets Hernandez's attention, Hernandez comes back with something to say, don't do it again.
This is an 8-rounder. This is the final round. I don't care if this is 8 rounds, 10 rounds, whatever it is. Johnny Dez would be doing this all night long. And Seifullah Wise finally starting to throw punches as if he wants to win a round.
Yeah, but then he goes back to the hold.
But he got away from that shot. This is actually his most competitive round of the fight. Pat Sullivan tells him, keep the shots up.
Well, Pat Sullivan doesn't want to disqualify him. He wants this fight to go the distance.
Seifullah Wise again holds on. You have to think, with 1 minute to go in the fight, that Pat Sullivan will not stop it no matter how many times Seifullah Wise holds on now. Because earlier, Seifullah Wise was in desperate danger of being disqualified for continually holding on, clinching, mauling, tugging.
Yeah,
like that.
I think he's waving the white flag, and referee Pat Sullivan's just waiting for this one to end.
Well, he's basically been waving the white flags since the end of the first round, and he's done a good job, and he's gotten away with it. He's lost 2 points. That's all. He's a very lucky man.
Well, final 20 seconds of a very impressive night for Johnny Hernandez.
Well, without question, Johnny Dez is going to win his 8th fight as we head to the final seconds of the 8th and final round. And a final clinch, and you can hear the bell. No, there's one more clinch at the bell. And now they clinch to just hug each other. And exhausted Seifullah Wise does not get stopped. And if he got stopped, there's a bigger suspension that goes with the commission. So he does go the distance, and he is actually able to fight again within a couple of weeks. Johnny Hernandez to the crowd here, throwing kisses to what is a big Johnny Hernandez crowd, his hometown here in Huntington, Long Island.
Yeah, they love him, and they should. He gave him a great performance tonight.
And that 8th and final round. There's a chopping left hook over the right hand. Johnny Dez coming in there, just trying to make this fight as he was since the opening round, Jamie.
And he did. He took advantage from round 1 through round 8. Body shots, head shots. I don't really recall one time he was hurt throughout the fight. I think he won every round. It was a very, very impressive performance for Johnny Hernandez, who should improve to 8-1.
Well, let's see if my scorecard is going to be anything close to what the scorecards will be turned in. It will be unanimous, I'm pretty sure, for Johnny Dez. I've got it 80-70 for Johnny Hernandez. I made it.
Yeah, same thing with me. 10-9, except for the
10-7.
Exactly.
It was normally going to be a 10-9 round with 2 points away. Let's find out how the judges have it. David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action here at the Paramount, we go to the judges' scorecards. Kevin Morgan and Ron McNair both scored this bout 79-71. John McKay scored this bout 77-73. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision from Huntington, New York, Johnny the Hitman Hernandez.
2 of the judges had it 79-71 for Johnny Dez. One of the judges, what I think is a surprising 77-73 for Johnny Dez. No matter how you look at it, that man, Johnny Dez, has his hand raised with his 8th victory now. He's 8-1. And our Cara Castronova stands by with Johnny Dez.
Congratulations, Johnny, on a hard-won victory. Did the scorecards surprise you?
I just want to take a minute and thank all my sponsors, Gamma Labs, Biofactor, Aso Machina, Harrison Construction, all my fans and friends, family that came out to support me. I just want to say thank you. I thought after the 2nd round, I started taking it up a notch and really finding his rhythm. Seeing that he kept going down on one side, so I kept being aggressive and just trying to move and slip off of his punches and attack.
Well, your conditioning looked great. Was it part of the game plan coming into the fight to be really aggressive and press the action?
I mean, this camp, I really worked hard, especially on conditioning. I felt great for 8 rounds. I'm ready to do another one right away. Or if not, you know, just keep working hard outside of the gym and just keep them rolling.
Congratulations, Johnny. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Stay tuned for more Star
Thank
Boxing.
you, Cara. Well, Johnny Hernandez, they say you learn a lesson in every single fight. And in this fight, he certainly learned a lesson because he came in, he came to fight, he got held on constantly. But that man, Seifullah Wise from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, did quite a job to survive for 8 rounds, did a lot of holding on, taught Johnny Dez a lesson. But in the end, Johnny Dez was the unanimous decision winner. He's 25 years old. He's now 8-1, and he is getting ready for his first 10-rounder, probably by the end of the year. Johnny Dez, the winner.